So we are moving to the 8th chapter, trade. So basically this chapter is about trade only. The new concept that you are studying here is production possibility curve, imports, exports, which is beneficial, like that all. Okay. So first page you may read it by yourself. It is a part of history on free trade. Okay. So we are stepping to 8.1. In this video we will be covering till 8.3. Okay, it is easy actually. Okay, it's just an introduction for everything. So production possibility curve. So as the name suggests, it literally is the curve which exists where the productions can be where the maximum production is possible with the given amount of input. The maximum amount of production possibility with the given amount of input. So here this is the production possibility curve. Okay, we will go over the, we will definitely go over the examples, but before that just showing this to you. So here you can see the production possibility curve is a line, a straight line, because the opportunity cost is constant. Okay. Again, if the opportunity cost is not constant, if it is it's increasing or decreasing, something like that, then it will be a curve. Okay. If the opportunity cost is increasing, the production possibility curve will be like this. If it is decreasing, PPC will be like this. Okay. Yeah. Convex shaped. Okay, so that is how this is drawn. It will be a curvature basically. If the opportunity cost is not constant, the PPC will be a curvature. And in next example, we will be explaining that as well. So here, the whole chapter is, the half of this chapter is going with an example of website and computer programs. So you have to be very thorough with this table. Okay, this is the heart of this chapter. Heart of this chapter. Okay. So yes. Here you have 8 hours. You in person have 8 hours for the production of websites or for the production of computer programs. So if you are investing this whole 8 hours into the production of websites, you are producing 8 websites. Whereas when you are investing the whole 8 hours into the production of computer programs, then you are getting 16 computer programs. Okay, that is how the intercepts of this PPC is computed. When you invested the whole 8 hours, you got 16 computer programs, and with the whole 8 hours you will get websites 8. So that is how the PPC is drawn. Okay, so this table which has the inputs and the output. Input is the R, not the input, the resource. The resource and the output with respect to that. This is the production schedule. Okay. Graphical representation of this production schedule is the PPC. Okay. Here you can see D, B, A, C, right? So the bundles on the PPC are efficient and attainable. Efficient and attainable. Bundles below the PPC, that is A, is attainable. Definitely you can have 8. You can have A just to produce 4 computer programs and 4 websites, but it is not efficient because you have to use the resource in its maximum possible way. That is the core of economics is about. You have to use your resource in its highest satisfying or possible way. So in A, that is lacking. So A is inefficient. And the points beyond the PPC, here C, it is unattainable. Okay. So basically this production possibility curve shows the relationship between the maximum production of one good for a given level of production of another good. When you produce more websites, you produce fewer computer programs. Okay. And if you are spending your time producing websites, then you cannot produce computer programs. This is the opportunity cost. So how is that calculated? Let's see, we have discussed all these parts now. You may go it by yourself, go on that by yourself again if required. So opportunity cost of website. Opportunity cost of website will be the loss in computer programs divided by gain in websites. So loss in computer program is -4, or yeah, -4. Okay, you have this data here, -4. You lost 4 computer programs to produce 2 websites, because you only need 1 hour for you need only 1 hour for producing 2 computer programs, right? But you need 1 hour to produce 1 website. So when you are not producing 4 computer programs, that is 4 computer programs means 2 hours, right? 4 computer programs means 2 hours. You are gaining with 1 hour 1 website, so with 2 hours 2 website. So -2 is the opportunity cost, and the absolute value of -2 is 2. Okay, so you will see the opportunity cost as 2 computer program is the opportunity cost of 1 website. Again, in the case of computer program, the loss in website, like if you are not, you need to calculate it with respect to hour. So if you are investing the 1 hour of website, with 1 hour you will be creating 1 website, right? If you are investing this 1 hour of website into computer programming, that is, you are not using that 1 hour for the website production, but instead you are using that 1 hour for the computer program. So with 1 hour, how much computer programs can be done? 2 computer programs can be done. You have to be very thorough with this production schedule, then only you will be getting all these things. Okay, so -1/2 is the production, is the opportunity cost of computer program. -1/2 websites. Absolute value is 1/2, so half website. Okay. So again, or let's say it in terms of days, you will need to spend 45 days just to finish the first task. That is 15 full days to complete the computer program, and additional 30 full days to complete the websites, because that 2 opportunity cost, 1/2 opportunity cost programs. Okay, next, so here you got that you are good at producing computer programs, but you are not good at producing websites. That is, you have an added advantage, or you have some kind of specialization in the production of computer programs, so you can do it very faster. But you do not have that. You lack the same thing in the case of website designing or website production. So you approach someone who is good at that, and that someone is Olivia. Okay, Olivia is good at that, so you approach Olivia for that. You need to complete 240 computer programs, and for that you only take 15 days. As yeah, but for the website you are taking more time. Okay, you need 30 days for the website. So for making it easier, you are approaching someone who is good at that, and that is Olivia. So for Olivia, it is exact opposite. For you, you need only 1 hour to produce 2 computer programs. Olivia only need 1 hour to produce 2 websites. Okay, so if Olivia is investing her 8 hours into the production of website, she can get 16 websites. At the same time, Olivia is lacking that added advantage or that specialization in case of computer program. She need 1 whole hour for the production of one computer program. So if she invests her whole 8 hours into the production of computer programs, she will be producing only 8 computer programs. So for her, this will be her PPC. Her PPC will be like this. Okay, so while you must sacrifice 2 computer programs to produce 1 additional website, Olivia needs to sacrifice only 1/2 of a computer program for an additional website. Okay. Next is the basics of trade. Next is the basics of trade. So we are discussing here about comparative advantage, which in case of computer programs you had that comparative advantage when with respect to Olivia you could create 2 computer programs with 1 hour, where Olivia could only, that is, you could with 8 hours, let's speak about 8 hours, with 8 hours you could create 16 computer programs, where Olivia could only create 8 computer programs. And in case of website, with 8 hours you could only create 8 websites, whereas Olivia could create 16 websites. Okay, so this is a comparative advantage that you had in case of computer program and Olivia has in case of websites. So a comparative advantage is the ability of an individual, firm or country to produce a certain good at a lower opportunity cost than other producers. The key to determine who has a comparative advantage is to compare the individual opportunity cost. So you have a comparative advantage in producing computer programs because you only forgo half of a website to produce 1 computer program, whereas Olivia forgoes 2 websites to produce 1 computer program. So your opportunity cost of producing computer program is lower in this 2-person economy when you and Olivia only there. Again, this comparative advantage is because of specialization. That is, if you specialize in producing what you are relatively good at and Olivia specializes in producing what she is relatively good at, then you will both be better off. So you have a comparative advantage because you have some kind of specialization in that. And when you guys in this 2-person economy, when you both only produce things which you have specialization in, then you both will be better off because you both are doing what you know. The productivity will be more. So with complete specialization, each day you produce 16 computer programs, okay, with 8 hours, and each day Olivia produces. You're investing whole 8 hours into the production of computer programs because here we are speaking of complete specialization. At the same time, Olivia produces 16 websites. So the change in the output of both computer programs and websites to the left of the point T is determined entirely by the slope of Olivia's PPC. So left of point T, left of point T means this point T coming here. So this is Olivia's PPC. This has the same slope, okay. So if Olivia's PPC is decreasing to here, that is if it is pivoting like this, let me draw it again. So Olivia's PPC is shifting to here, then the point will also be in that slope, somewhere like this. So it will be moving to the this point. And when you're so this is not how this actually gets parallel, okay. It will be in a real parallel sense and it will be like this. Most probably it will be like this, somewhat like this. So it will be moving, that is the thing. And again, if this T is moving to rightward, it means that it is your PPC that determines the change in total production to the right of the point T. Okay, that is your PPC is this, and to the right it will move. Okay, if you have more to produce or something like that. Next, complete specialization occurs when each individual firm or country produces only what it has a comparative advantage in and relies on trade for other goods and services. That is, you are only producing computer program and Olivia is only producing websites. Because you have a comparative advantage in that. You have a specialization in that. So you completely specialize in that, means you are not going to produce any websites, and Olivia is not going to produce any computer program. And you need you only produce computer program now, and you need some websites. So you will be trading. Okay, you will be trading that. And Olivia will be ready to have a trade with you to get some computer programs as well. So that is what done in complete specialization. Okay, you will be entering into trade for getting the other goods and services in which you do not have a comparative advantage. Okay, next is absolute advantage. So it is the ability of an individual firm or country to produce more of a certain good than the other competing producers given same amount of resource. That we discussed. So that is somewhat like what we have done now. You have absolute advantage. In individual sense, you have absolute advantage in case of computer program, whereas Olivia has it in case of with the same resource, with the same 8 hours. When you produce 8 websites, you produce 8 websites, but Olivia produced 16 websites. So with the same resource, she has an absolute advantage than you in case of website. Vice versa in case of computer programs. Next is another absolute advantage, that is, after taking a course in website design, you can produce more computer programs and more websites than Olivia, because earlier you could only produce 8 you could only produce 8 websites, right? Earlier your PPC was like this. You could produce 16 programs and 8 websites, but after taking this course, now your PPC have pivoted. Now you can create 24 websites with 8 hours, which is really big than Olivia's. So this gives you an absolute advantage in both types of production. Okay, both types of production you have an absolute advantage now. Next is price of a trade. Also here just check the opportunity cost. So now with this website designing course, your opportunity cost of website is 2/3 computer programs. That is, if you need to create one website, like the opportunity cost of so for the opportunity cost of website, you need to calculate it as loss in computer programs by gain in websites. Loss in computer programs by gain in websites. So how much are you losing? You can see it here. Now you can produce 24 websites in the time of 8 hours, right? With 8 hours you can only produce 16 computer programs. When you lose this 16 computer programs, that is, when you take this 8 hours required to produce 16 computer programs into the website production, this 8 hours will convert here as 24 websites with a new PP, with the designing course. Okay, that is 2/3 is your opportunity cost for websites. So what will be the opportunity cost for computer programs? 3/2. For Olivia it is the same. 1 by 2 and 1 by 2 computer programs for one website and 2 websites for one computer program. Okay. Next is price of trade. First, here there is another concept of terms of trade. So, terms of trade is the negotiated exchange rate of goods and goods and services for other goods and services. So here you saw that you just with respect to website, with respect to website, your or just let's take another example which is in the textbook itself, so it will be more easy for you to relate with that. Okay, you have no other example here, so let's move with this example itself. So you give up 3 by 2 websites for each computer program. So here we are talking of websites for computer program. Okay, so you are giving 3 by 2 websites for each computer program. Right, here we are speaking of this complete specialization. So you will be only producing computer programs or websites, and the Olivia will be only producing websites, like her thing. So for the rest good, you need to enter the trade, and you are doing a trade here. How is the price of trade determined? That is what we are discussing here. So you give up 3 by 2 websites for every computer program. Okay, and Olivia give up 2 websites for every computer program. So the price must be in between this. So that can be 1.75. Okay. So this can be 1.75. So this is how the trade is calculated. For one computer program, how much website will you sacrifice? 3 by 2 website, and she will sacrifice 2 website. So in between this, the price will be set. Again, if we speak of computer programs for website, it will be 2 by 3 so in between this, the price will be there for computer programs for websites. This is the case of computer programs for websites. So the principle of comparative advantage does not provide an exact terms of trade, but it does provide a range in which the trade will occur. A range in which the trade will occur. It prescribes how gains to trade are split between two parties. So if the exchange rate is one computer for one website, then you are not ready for that. You need some kind of profit, right? So the range of terms of trade has to be mutually beneficial. So for making it mutually beneficial, the price will be in between, the center. I'm seriously ill. I'm really sorry. And again, when the trading partners become more alike, as you are getting some courses or something like that. That is, before you took the intensive 1-week course on website production and design, trading with Olivia will be of great gains, because you does not have any advantage in the production of website, and if you are investing your time into the production of website, it is a big loss for you, because you just get one website with 1 hour. So at that time, trading with Olivia is more beneficial, right? Because you have an advantage in computer programs. So giving a bit of computer program, giving some of the computer programs will in return you with some websites from Olivia. So that was a gain. But now you have been skilled in this website production as well, so you have both advantage. You have an absolute advantage now in case of the production of website as well as computer programs. So now a trade with Olivia is not that beneficial for you. That is, when you become more and more similar to Olivia, the gain to trade gets shrunk. Next is 8.3, which is very easy. You can read all these examples by yourself. I'll be just going with the concepts. So it is discussing about export and import. Export is any good that is produced domestically but sold abroad. Import is any good that is produced abroad but sold domestically. Okay. Next, we had discussed about this PPC. So this is another graph and another example. We will discuss that. So this PPC is a curvature here, right? The PPC is a curvature. Why is it a curvature? Because the opportunity cost is not constant. The opportunity cost is increasing. Okay. So, why is this opportunity cost increasing here? Let's discuss that as well. In the short run, definitely the opportunity cost will not increase. Because changing the factors, fixed factors of production, we had discussed it in the last chapters. So fixed factors of production cannot be changed in the short run, but in the long run it can be changed. So in the long run, there will be change in the opportunity cost as well. Let's say of two fruits, one is orange and another one is apple. So when you produce 0 oranges, like when you produce 1 orange, you have same amount of resources, and when you put these resources into the production of orange, that is into the production of 1 orange, you reduce apple by a small fraction. But again, when you put the same resources into the production of 6 to 7 oranges, the apple is reduced by 2. That is, there is a change in the opportunity cost. First it was reducing by a small fraction, but now it is reducing by 2. That is an increase in the opportunity cost. Why is that so? Because in the short run, yes, the PPC is fixed, but in the long run, there are other machinery or something, the technology can be improved in the long run. So the technology for the production of orange is being improved there, or the labor have some kind of, they have got some kind of training to get more knowledge on the cultivation of orange, like that. Okay, that knowledge on the cultivation of orange cannot be used in the cultivation of apple. Okay, that is the same amount of resource, that is the inputs are better suited for the production of oranges. The inputs are better suited for the production of oranges but not apple. So as you move resources increasingly into production of one good, the opportunity cost of doing so increases at an increasing rate, because it must not be, those resources must not be suiting the production of other goods. Let's say increases in natural resources, the climate can be a reason, changes in the productivity due to population growth, then technology change, increase in workers, all or workers education shift. So these all will shift the PPC outward. Okay, in that case let's discuss another. Yeah, PPC. So here we see the PPC has been shifted outward. Why? Because with the improved technology, they got a comparative advantage. Okay, that is comparative advantage and specialization among states. Here with the improved technology, advent of new fertilizer technology, the PPC shift outwards, because more they are able to produce more apples for every choice of orange production and vice versa. Okay, and how will be these prices fixed? So you have, if we speak of apricots for bananas, it is in another example, and apricot, you see, you can have opportunity cost of bananas for California state is 5 apricots, and opportunity cost for bananas for the Florida state is 1/8 apricot. So 1/8 apricot for Florida and 5 apricot for California. So in between that, the price will be determined. This is the same logic as Olivia's and website and computer programs. Okay, so with that we are done with 8.3 as well. In next class we'll be going with 8.4. Till then, bye. I mean, yeah.